Does that look 90-ish? Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome. I'm back. So I recently turned 29, and that would make me born in the 90s, right? And the 90s, I don't care what nobody says, like the 90s were hot for the culture, for movies, for TV shows. If you were a Nickelodeon baby, like, drop me a comment below. Let me know if you watch Nickelodeon, if you watch Clarissa Explained It All that, Kenan and Kel, Rugrats stuff. I want to know, because that'll let me know if you was a real 90s baby or you out here fronting, right? So I decided to take everything from the music, whether we're talking about Aaliyah, whether we're talking about Maya, whether we're talking about 702. I decided, you know, put it all in a look. So if you're interested in seeing how I achieved this look, which is super simple, because you know less was more back in the day, but you know what, we're not gonna talk about that. If you're interested in seeing how I achieved this look, just keep on watching. I'm just gonna take my Maybelline, this is a 24-hour foundation. This is in the color Honey. This is a little light for me, but with some bronzer and some powder, I'm gonna make it work because I don't believe in wasting makeup. I was thinking, so I try to stay out of YouTube drama and all of that good stuff. I literally just come on here, create content, post it up, and just see what happens, right? But in the past week and a week and a half, I have seen some of the most craziest, most drama-filled recommendations. So I don't even want to talk about James Charles or Tati Westbrook, Gabriel Samora, any of these other influencers of privilege, I like to call them. I really do not want to sit up here and be giving them any of my time. However, it's almost like watching a train wreck that you cannot unsee. Like, imagine like Buffy the Vampire Slayer being like a part of the beauty community. Imagine like that scene, or 90210, or any of the shows, or Clueless, and you put beauty gurus into the mix, like your Tati Westbrooks, your Gabriel Zamoras, your James Charles, your Jeffree Stars, your Manny MUAs, your Laura Lees, like Jacqueline. Imagine, like, you just wouldn't see that. You just wouldn't see it. But I just feel like we've just gotten to this culture in the late 2000s where we're just kind of looking for like something to watch, and YouTube happens to be a spectator sport right now because it seems like everybody's getting on here doing some crazy stuff, and I don't understand. I seriously, I don't get it, nor will I ever get it. I'm just gonna go ahead and place some powder on my face. I'm still using my Patrick's powder. I go between Patrick's powder and Cover Effects because I mean it's just that's what I do. But I'm just gonna press that into my skin and see what happens, because I want this, because it's a drugstore foundation, I want to make sure that I'm covered on all fronts, because I don't want the lights to make me melt from from my makeup lights. And I still want this to be able to last me all evening, because I'm actually going to a 90s party tonight. So kind of got to go with the vibes. Alright, and then for my eyeshadow today, I have been obsessed with these little Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes. Like, I don't know what it is, but these are super compact, super small. I can throw them in my makeup bag and like have a quick, easy look. Like, I know Huda has had her share of controversy, but I mean, she ain't gonna get no arguments out of me. So I'm gonna be going in with, I wanna say, I'm just gonna go in with this little pink color right here, and then I'm just gonna work that onto my crease. Anyways, like I was saying about these YouTubers and these dramas, which I follow 2 drama channels, one for satire and one for just like I need to watch somebody that I can relate to. So I watch Rich Luck's videos. All his videos, I like the fact that he at least attempts to reach out to the parties involved, you know, and I just think that that's, you know, I can respect that, okay? And then, you know, he always has some funny way of selling the story, because I mean, he has a whole show open for James Charles YouTube drama, which I think is actually hysterical. And then for my reality check, I always watch As Told by Kenya. I've actually been following her for like a year or so now, but she was breaking down the whole James Charles situation and why YouTube is so white long before stuff went into flames, which I think now, I try not to talk about beauty drama because I feel like it's an industry that I'm creeping into between my music and marketing and working with brands and different things like that. Like, I feel like I try to tread lightly, but this has gone on too far, and I just feel like somebody needs to start talking about it. Alright, now that I kind of like that, I'm gonna go in with this ruby color right here, and I'm just gonna work that onto my eyelids until I feel good about it. And I'm gonna start with my outer corner and then work inward. But anyways, like I was saying, I feel like the past couple of YouTube situations that have involved the beauty community, they've all been white, right? And I just feel like we're getting to that point to where I just think that we just need to chill out and really regroup the marketing strategy and the way in which we are marketing ourselves. Like, this whole James Charles situation is problematic for me simply because I feel like he has been enabled this entire time to just be, I'm not gonna knock his talents because he is a talented makeup artist, but there are so many talented like makeup artists on YouTube, like so many. Like Makeup by Tiffany J, I believe. She's probably one of my favorite, you know, YouTubers that have a makeup channel that's really popping. And I mean, when I say she kills her looks, she kills her looks. And I never, if I'm logged in on a regular computer that's not my own, like I won't ever see her in my recommended content, but I'm gonna always see a James Charles video or a Jaclyn Hill video or what's her name, Trisha Paytas. I'm always see her stuff trending or in my, you know, mentions or recommended pages. But it's like, they're not the only ones that are really making dope content, and I really honestly just challenge YouTube to really get on their stuff, because just as easy as Vine went away, I'm not gonna say it'll be like easy for YouTube to go away, but people will find new ways to post and view content. And I just feel like with this whole James Charles situation, I've been following Tati Westbrook. My mom actually put me on to her, and I've actually liked her, you know, vibes and all that. Sweet girl, sweet, nice, beautiful. I love it. And she's mature and she's grown. And I think that that's probably why this whole James Charles situation took a turn the way that it did, is because this woman is grown. So everybody's like, if a grown woman calling you out on your stuff, bro, you need to do a reality check, because your peers checking you, like, that's nothing. But when like a mom figure does it, like, you know, you need to make some changes. But I feel like we're at a point to where it's like, do we really, like, I honestly, I don't feel sorry for James Charles. I really don't. I'm not gonna say like I wish anything like bad on him, but I do hope and pray that YouTube takes a big look, a strong research, detailed look at analytics as well, and really start promoting some other YouTubers that don't really have like the audience but have like the talent, right? Because I just feel like it's just so it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating because you promote a few and then you have Jackie Aina when you want to promote, you know, or Alyssa J. You have, those are only two. Oh, it's My Ray Ray too. Like, when you need to have a little diversity, and when you need to find somebody black or brown, it's usually Jackie Aina one, and then everybody else kind of falls in line like it's an afterthought. And for me, I personally, I don't like that at all. And it's starting to really get on my nerves to where sometimes I don't even really watch YouTube like that anymore, because I'm just like, I know what I'm about to get on here and see. Now, the only time I will watch it is like after season finales or Game of Thrones Breakfast Club, I love their interviews that they put on YouTube for me to watch. But for the most part, like, the content that I'm looking at is not beauty related anymore, because I'm like, I know what I'm about to get. I'm gonna go ahead and just take that same transition color brush that I use, and I'm just gonna kind of buff out the harsh lines and make sure everything is seamless. But I feel like James Charles got too quick, like famous too quick, right? And he didn't really have to struggle. And I always say this because I'm both in like the music industry ish. I'm getting ready to drop my first single next month, but then I also grew up in a time when we had Aaliyah's, we had 702, Maya, 3LW. So we would have these groups, and you would find out about them through Word Up magazine. You would find out about them through hairstyle magazines that you see at the beauty shop. So they legit were gaining like a fan base. Even Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and the A-Team, even though they had that one graduation hit song. But nonetheless, like, you actually had to put in work to get people to notice you. And now I feel like all you gotta do is have a gimmick, or you have to be what sells. Like, it's almost like people make themselves out to be a gimmick. I'm not saying James Charles is a gimmick, but I definitely say he's a part of the gimmick culture. Like, oh, let me find somebody that can relate worldwide. Like, oh, he's a male, he's a boy in makeup, he's young. But I'm like, Patrick Star been on, like, he been doing this. But and mind you, sidebar, I actually do like Patrick Star. Like, he's rarely in any beauty drama. You know, all he does is take his family across the world and do other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm just like, you know, YouTube, y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta really do better with the people that y'all are promoting. I like where we're going. If you don't like it, that's your own opinion. I'm not here to tell you how to think. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a mixture of both my eye pencil as well as my eyeliner, if I can find it, and I'm just gonna line my eyes and see what happens. Like I was saying, YouTube, they gotta do better. Like, this platform has to do better. The same way Spotify is challenging Apple Music, in the same way that they're trying to challenge Pandora, which, I mean, who still listens to Pandora anyway? Like, I only listen to it if I'm in a pinch. But for the most part, either something needs to change with the algorithms, because every couple of months we see, oh, it's the YouTube apocalypse and yada yada yada, here's how to save your channel. And it's almost like y'all let problematic people stay active. They don't get strikes, they don't do anything. And I just feel like that's completely unfair. But they're out here like losing brand deals and not really doing too much, but y'all don't find that problematic, like, at all. That's what's been bothersome to me over these past couple days, is that, you know, YouTube hasn't come out and say, you know what, we take this threat seriously. We take all these people that are coming forward about James Charles, we're taking that into consideration, so we need to kind of like shut his channel down for a second. But then again, they didn't do that with Jeffree Star, so I don't feel like they're going to do that with James Charles. But I'm just like, come on, we are living in some very interesting times, and it's like, now if you're going to take a stand, take a stand. Twitter has gone through, I don't know how many CEOs and how many things. Uber, what's another company? Facebook. But at least you see the company trying to do stuff. But with YouTube/Google, it's almost like, no, we're not gonna touch this, because obviously it's a money game. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm just over here just speaking my piece from a different standpoint, because I'm not gonna address the drama, because I feel like that's just stupid. But I'm like addressing like the deep-rooted business aspect. Like, you remember when Liam Neeson came out talking about there was one point when his friend died, he wanted to kill a Negro or whatever he said, you know, Google it. And his film, I forgot, I don't even know what the film was called, but it debuted like horribly at the box office, and that is so unlike a lot of his films. Same situation with YouTube, like same situation. And I feel like people are not ready to do that. People are not ready to really like take the bait on how to issue changes on this platform, because that will require us not to be nosy. That will require us not to really care about what's going on and be finding other people to support on this platform that are not as popular, but they create really great content. I'm actually gonna put like some of my favorite YouTubers in like different realms of like different areas of YouTube, whether it be beauty, whether it be media, whether it be barbecue, cooking, whatever. I'm gonna put some of my favorite YouTubers in the description bar, and you tell me how many of y'all have heard of them. Like, I'm a creep, I'm a troll, I go in down rabbit holes. I'm a journalist full time, so I know how to do research. So for me, I'm always looking for like the new, latest and greatest thing. So I'm already bored with the situation. I'm actually bored with the beauty community right now, because I feel like whenever I go to Ulta, whenever I go to Sephora, I barely see people that look like me on ad campaigns. I barely see people really about that life when it comes to diversity and inclusion. But that's a video for another day. It's a conversation for another day, because we're gonna stay on topic, because I know how I like to gab. But it's one of those things to where I've actually had a couple of days to watch some channels, watch some stuff unfold, and I'm just really, I'm convinced, like I'm just convinced that people are talking about change, but they don't really want it, because they're not really willing to do what they have to do in order to make sure that there are changes. Let people stop watching. Let an enormous amount of people start unfollowing Jeffree Star, James Charles, you know, even Shane Dawson, which, I mean, I love his series. I think he's really, really great. But again, there are so many other people, Asians, Black, Hispanic, that are doing the exact same thing, but y'all don't know about them because they're not recommended videos on YouTube. Like, seriously, he ain't the only one. Just like Jackie Aina ain't the only Black woman on YouTube doing the damn thing. But anyways, I digress. Meanwhile, back to my look. If y'all been on my channel before, things ain't changed. I'm just gonna take my pure medium dark and just give my skin a little bit more life before I go in with my bronzer to even me on out, so I don't look like Casper. And the one thing I do love about like Maybelline, especially Maybelline, CoverGirl, and a couple of other places, drugstore brands, they oxidize, so you can get a color that's a little lighter than usual, but with the right bronzer and the right powder, you can actually even out your complexion so that everything looks seamless. For lips, I'm gonna go in with an Ultra 90s MAC lip pencil. I mean, it's been around so long, but it's one of my mom's favorite, and if y'all see my channel, y'all know my mom is fairly brown, so we gonna make this work. So this is MAC's lip pencil in the color Currant, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just line the outer parts of my lips just to, you know, give me that 90s vibe. But I'm not doing no black lipstick, like that's not what I want, and I'm really not feeling brown with this look, so I'm gonna leave the browns alone this video. I'm just gonna go in there. My makeup is all over the place. I've been traveling like nobody's business. Like, I remember I was telling y'all, when it comes time for spring, your girl be busy as hell. So I'm not even gonna show y'all what this area looks like or what my room looks like. It literally looks like a typhoon, but whatever. So I'm just gonna I bought this while I was on the road. You know how when you get on the road and you forget something, you automatically go to a drugstore to, you know, figure it out. So I went to Target and I picked up another one of these LIPBAR these liquid lipsticks, and this is in the color Heartbreaker, if I can open it. And then I'm just gonna apply that to my lips and see what happens. Oh my gosh, it's brown. It looks so burgundy in here. Maybe I'm colorblind, I don't know, but dang, it's not what I wanted, but YOLO. Can't turn back now. All right, y'all, so this is the completed look. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all feeling 90s vibes or not? Y'all feeling nostalgic or not? Should I be in the first screen? Should I be an extra in I Know What You Did Last Summer? What other movie? Should I be one of the high schoolers and She's All That? Like, let me know. Do I look like I could be a Clover and Bring It On? Like, let me know. Help me help you. Despite what y'all might think, because I know some of y'all probably looking at my shirt like, oh my goodness, really? Like, it's so much like drama related to that record label. I don't care. They had dope music. all of my family, if you're not in St. Louis or Florida, you lived on the West Coast. So I have like West Coast that runs through my blood. So West Coast was the best coast, okay? So forgive me if you offended, but I wear what I want to on this channel, okay? But anyways, I digress, y'all. This bandana I literally have had since probably 98, 99. And I went to day camp at Owen Park and we bedazzled our bandanas. And my mom was like, I still don't feel comfortable with you wearing, you know, that color around. You know, you just never know. You never know. But, you know, I busted it out tonight because I'm grown, right? But whatever. Let me know what you think. If you were born or came of age in the 90s, like, drop it in the comments below. Let me know. I would love to know who was born when, because I just feel like the 90s was a time to be alive. But I know my mom came of age in the 80s and she would differ with me. But, you know, let me know if you think the 90s were cool. Like, help me help you. But again, we've come to that time in our broadcast where I must say goodbye. Remember that until my next upload, the kindness does not cost you a thing, but your attitude will cost you everything. So until my next upload, remember to be kind and be you.